What's going on, Pollination? Hope everybody's enjoying the day. Good morning. Good morning. So in today's video, what I wanted to do is show you guys how to save a little scratch, save a little bit of money, right? Because everything is going up around us, and we want to keep our gardens going, even despite what's happening on the outside, in the outside world. We want to keep what's going in our gardens, active and steadily growing and growing, right? So one of the things that we've been having to deal with a lot, unfortunately, is a really simple. It's a really in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge problem, but it could become expensive over time, right? And that's these darn water hoses. So we bought this water hose last year, and this is supposed to be like one of the heavy duty ones. And one of the problems that I'm constantly having is that when I just took my Miracle-Gro thing off, right? We got these on clearance in the fall. These things were like the whole pack. It was the nozzle, it was the sprayer, and 3 or 4 bottles for like $4 on clearance. So we just grabbed a bunch of it. We normally don't use it. We just started using it this week. But typically what happens is when you put on a sprayer or something of the sort on the hose, which doesn't want to go on right now, right? There we go. Right. What'll tend to happen is if you leave your water on too long, or you cut your water off but there's still water in the hose, it'll build up like a bubble right here at the connection point, right? And then eventually that bubble's gonna rupture. So you're gonna have water everywhere. So this hose, these hoses, y'all know if you go on and price the hose, if you use a hose, some of you guys are more advanced and got some sprinkler systems and stuff like that, which is fine and dandy. But for the new person, for the new gardener, or the person that doesn't have the money and has to go out and buy these hoses, we need to keep these things as long as we possibly can, because this is typically how we feed, right? We use something like this, or something like this with a canister on the bottom. So this is broken now, but that's typically what we use to feed with. So you want to preserve your hose, right? So in the event that it starts to rupture right here, or it does rupture, or anywhere along the hose, just because your hose gets a hole does not mean that the hose is now trash, right? There's a way to fix it. So Home Depot, Lowe's, they sell those hose repair kits, which are cool, which is fine, right? But they aren't the pieces that come with that kit aren't necessarily the best. They're not the best. They don't work the way that you would like them to work. So when you buy the hose repair kit, it's gonna come with this. And let me take this out for you so you can see. So you can see exactly what it looks like. Now, it's gonna come with this, which is what goes in the hose, and it's gonna come with this. Typically something like this, right? Now you could find them with different components, but they all work the same. It's all the same principle, right? But to me, this is not worth it. This is what you want. This is what you want out of that hose kit. So if you can find this as an individual piece when you buy it, then this is the money right here. This is gold, right? This is what you want. This part right here, the way it's supposed to work is it has these 2 screws, right, that you loosen, and they're Phillips screws, and you clamp. You put this inside the hose. You put this over the hose. Put this inside the hose, and then you hug it up to the I don't know what to call this thing, the hose thing, right? The female or the male threader. That's what we'll call it. See, a wasp don't like that. They're from hell. But even though they pollinate, Oh, it's two of them. Oh Lord. As long as they stay over there, then I'm good. Right? So you put these on and you basically screw it in, you tighten it down around this, and this is supposed to stay in and you're supposed to be good. But it hasn't been working that way. What's been happening is it's been bubbling. And then so this is my second time doing this for using this piece here, right? This is my second time having to repair this hose. So it bubbled twice and ruptured, so I had to cut it and repair it. But now, for some reason, no matter how much I tighten this, if I got pressure in the hose, eventually the pressure just pops this right out, right? This isn't holding this on the hose as tight as it's supposed to, right? So I would say if you're gonna buy this kit, if all you can find is the kit that comes with these two pieces, then so be it. Buy it, but remember this is the part that you really want out of that kit, right? This honestly is I'm not gonna say it's trash, but it's not what, you know, it's not the business. So what you want instead is what they call a hose clamp. Now, this is too big for this hose. I bought it because I forgot the size of the hose, so I was like, I'm gonna get two so I ain't gotta run back to the store. But you want to get what they call a hose clamp. Now this hose clamp, what makes this thing so special is that you see that's a flathead screw, right? So as you tighten down on that screw, it closes up the clamp, right? The ring part. See? So you can see the ring actually getting smaller, right? It just continues to cinch down until it runs out of room, right? So this is essentially what you want, right? And I could have used this one, but I bought another one with the that was smaller, so it works perfectly. So this one is already up there. So this is what you do. If you have that, if let's say this hose was complete, like you bought it out the store, and all of a sudden it starts to bubble, you get a hole somewhere, you need to cut it, because you don't want to throw that hose away because these things are expensive. These things can run up to $100-something for a decent hose of decent length. So what you do is you do like I did. You can take some scissors, you can take a box cutter, and you're gonna cut this part off the hose. Because remember, if you buy it brand new, it's gonna already have one of these on it, right? So you're gonna cut that off. You're gonna cut behind the rupture. That's the important thing to know. If it ruptures here, if it ruptures here, down here, it doesn't matter. You want to cut behind that rupture, right? So you're going to cut behind the rupture, and once you cut behind the rupture, you're going to take this part of your kit and slide it into your hose, right? Easy, boom. So now that's in there, okay? Oh, sorry. Before you do that, you want to take your clamp, your hose clamp. Man, I got butterfingers today. You want to take your hose clamp, throw that on your hose, then slide this in there, right? Makes it a little bit easier. And now you scoot that all the way as close to that as you can, the male, you know, thing right here. You want to scoot it as close to this as you possibly can, without, in my personal preference, without going past the hose, right? So you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, like there's a little gap between this and the hose. I don't want it to come all the way up past the hose, right? So I'm gonna bring it to about right about there. All right, then all you do is cinch down. And I'm gonna cinch it down until you hear my drill ratchet. That way I can know it's got a nice good grip. All right, don't worry about all that. There you go, boom. Easy. And now your hose is repaired and you don't have to go spend another $25 to $75, maybe even $100-something for another hose. You just amended your hose. Now, obviously there's some pros and cons with this, right? The pros, you fixed your hose and you saved yourself some money so you can continue going. The cons, the only cons that I can see honestly is depending on where your rupture is, you could be significantly shortening your hose. this was this is one of the pieces that I cut off, right? This is the last rupture that it had. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oops, wrong way. You see that? That was the last rupture that it had. And all I did was cut behind the rupture and did this. The one prior to this, it actually had the manufacturer's connection on it. So I had to cut that off, obviously, and then put this in. But ever since I started using this hose clamp, and this is where the magic happens, right? Because this thing right here isn't gonna hold. It looks nice and fancy and heavy duty, and you would think that this would be it. This simple hose clamp is what you really want. And they also sell the kits that come with this. It will come with this. It'll also come with a, like if your hose ruptured in the middle, so you can connect the hoses back. I don't know what they would call it, but it's just a connection point for like if it's further down the line. And then they're actually putting these hose clamps in that kit as well. So, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys see this and know this, because some people don't know about this. I didn't know about it. I just happened to be the original hose that we had, it ruptured, and then I just happened to be in the store and I saw the kit and I was like, oh, because I was looking to buy another hose. I was upset because I'm like, man, I just paid like 50 bucks for this thing and it's already, like, for real? But then I saw the kit, put it together, and it's been working. I've had this kit for maybe 2 years, a year and a half maybe, but I just stopped using this one, and I'm on to the hose clamp now. So if you guys didn't know about that, hopefully you just learned something. You can save yourself some money, and like I said, like, we don't have a lot of money to be spending on this. The stuff is expensive as it is, buying starts, and if you're homesteading, you have to buy feed and all. You have enough money to spend. We need to cut corners where we can and save money as much as we can, right? So hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully I've poured into you this morning. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Peace out.